This past Thursday, April 25th at around 6:30 p.m. Eastern, EA Sports revealed the superstar on the cover of Madden 20 League MVP Patrick Mahomes. Along with the cover being shown, we had received some information about the game, including the release date, which is August 2nd, pre-order bonuses including early access, and the new exclusive Superstar game mode. On top of all of that information, we were also shown some tidbits of some new implementations into the existing Ultimate Team game mode, which I, as well as many others, love. However, after digging a bit deeper, the one thing a lot of Madden players did not want to return is back. Before we dive on into this, make sure you click a like on the button and let's hear a word from our sponsor. Need that brand new player that just came out and don't have the coins to afford them? Make sure you check out Buy Muck Coins, the best place to buy and sell Madden coins, and always use code SAVAGE for 15% off. Over the past few years, primarily in the Ultimate Team game mode, Madden has added various chemistries to enhance the stats on players you have on your team to make them play better. They have also added chemistries known as ability chems, which give your players special abilities that can be used in game to enhance their performance. Unfortunately, these set abilities over the years have done nothing but cause more problems in the game, as some of them work as they should, while others only work some of the time, and some don't work at all. These ability chems also implement a lot of random fluke that can sometimes determine the outcome of a game. The entire Madden community has demanded these abilities need to be either removed from the game completely or revamped so that they work as they should 100% of the time. If you are unfamiliar with ability chems, here are a few clips of one of the most popular ability chems in Madden over the recent years, known as Secure Tackler. If you are unaware of what Secure Tackler does, it is pretty self-explanatory in the name. It essentially means a defender equipped with this chemistry will securely tackle the offensive player without any risk of the tackle being broken. Notice anything in these clips? All of the players in these clips are indeed equipped with the Secure Tackler ability, and none of the players they engaged with were tackled. Tyreek Hill even got back up after he was hit. Don't you think EA should work on fixing the main mechanics of the game itself before going all over the place with these abilities? I am sure a lot of you said yes, but unfortunately, it's looking like EA is bringing back abilities in Madden 20. This year, these abilities are called Superstar Abilities, as some players have none while others can have multiple. There is also a new implementation of XFactor players, which are players who possess a minimum of 2 superstar abilities and also have a zone ability. My assumption for zone abilities is that if a player you are using starts playing well, whether it's a QB who has completed their last 10 passes or a running back who is averaging 6 yards a carry, they will get a massive boost in their stats to help them play even better and stay in their zone. Let's take a look at this article regarding superstar abilities and X-Factor players. This article right here gives us a brief taste of the superstar abilities and how some of them work, as well as some of the X-Factor players and the zone that they can get in. So let's go ahead and take it from the top. Here's how it works. There are around 70 superstar abilities in the game. Some players have none and some have multiple abilities. These abilities are shaped by real life player skills and in-game player archetypes. Thus, you aren't going to see a slow bruising running back get abilities related to more nimble backs. Here are just a few examples. The slot machine ability gives the receiver better separation at the line and catching ability versus contact for short routes from the slot position. Vikings receiver Adam Thielen has this ability. Pocket QBs like Tom Brady with the protected ability get more time in the pocket from their offensive linemen engaged in blocks during dropback passes. Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald has the Fearmonger ability. This lets him apply pressure to QBs even when Donald is engaged in a block. Some are dependent on the time and the game and situation. For example, Brady's clutch ability not only reduces the requirement for him to get in the zone, but also makes it impossible for him to get knocked out of the zone halfway through the fourth quarter in a close game. My first take on this is that I really do enjoy that EA is making it that only certain players based on their skill set and archetype can obtain certain abilities. However, I hope that there aren't certain abilities that massively outweigh others to make everyone be forced to use the same players. Now let's go read up on the X-Factor players. Most of these abilities have counter abilities across the line of scrimmage so that there are no automatic victories on the field, but you obviously want to pay extra attention to these players. To this end, players with superstar abilities will always be marked so everyone knows. But superstar abilities are just the start. There are plenty of great players in the league, but there are also those who are a cut above. These are called X-Factor players. X-Factor players have at least 2 superstar abilities, but they also have a zone ability that lets them get into the zone, that state that athletes talk about out when their skills are extra heightened. As of the time of writing this, there are about 28 offensive X-Factor players and 22 defensive ones, with no special teams or offensive linemen among them. X-Factor players have to play themselves into the zone for their zone ability to activate. For example, if Juju Smith-Schuster catches 4 run after the catch passes of 20 yards or more, he's in the zone. When he's in the zone, he'll usually win single covered rack passes with an animation that gives him an advantage in that situation. I will be completely honest with everyone watching this video. This is the complete opposite of what Madden needs. The gameplay of Madden has been on tilt over the years, especially when they switched to the Frostbite engine. The fact that they said in their own article that there is a special animation given to players who are in the zone is not good. Why? Because they're essentially encouraging more randomness. As everyone knows, animations are something that the user player cannot control. We click a button to trigger an animation, but we never know which one we are going to get. That adds a whole new level of fluke to these X-Factor players. There is without a doubt going to be players who are super easy to get in their zone in-game, which will allow them to get these exclusive in-zone animations. At this point, you might as well just put Yu-Gi-Oh! On the cover of Madden. Let's actually take a look at some of these X-Factor abilities. When in the zone, Cam Newton's tackle breaker ability allows him to frequently break the first tackle attempt against him. Patrick Mahomes' bazooka ability allows him to throw a maximum of 80 yards when he's in the zone. Tom Brady has a quick read zone ability that highlights the first open receiver with a bigger on the field icon. These zone abilities are powerful, but they can also be turned off. Brady's quick read zone ability deactivates when either he scores a touchdown or you sack him. Abilities aren't just in franchise mode or play now, they're usable throughout the game, including Ultimate Team and the new face of the franchise mode. This should shake up what players use in Ultimate Team, as well as help you further define your QB in the face of the franchise. In regular CFM, abilities for draft prospects are tied to their development trait, so you'll have to keep an eye on any players with abilities that you are scouting. Then you can draft them and watch them mature and unlock their abilities. A quote from someone at EA says, "What we're finding is it's made a lot more teams a lot more interesting to play," says Young. "Right now, people in the office love playing with the Browns. It's hard to say as a Steelers fan, but they are probably one of the cooler teams because they have superstars on both sides of the ball. All I need is for someone to throw a football with Patrick Mahomes off their back foot for 80 yards as time expires for a touchdown that winds up making me lose, and I guarantee you I will throw my PS4 out of my window." These X-Factor abilities in theory sound cool as they are unique to players, but the randomness within the gameplay is going to cause more problems than ever before. Imagine your opponent goes for it on 4th and 10, and as your defender closes in to sack Cam Newton for the turnover on downs, he sheds off the defender and fires a rocket for a first down to keep their drive alive. What scares me even more is here is another clip of Madden 19. Aaron Rodgers with no ability chems equipped running about 13 yards backwards before throwing off his back foot across his body for a first down. I can only imagine how much chaos these X-Factor abilities are going to bring into Madden 20. Here is some more information regarding the Superstar and X-Factor abilities. I'm not going to read each bullet word for word, I'm just going to break it down in my own words. The first bullet pretty much says that X-Factor players can be added during the year. They're aiming for about 5 times. Some players can lose and gain abilities as the season goes on. EA just wants to keep the number around 50 for X-Factor players in the game. Bullet 2 says that non-X-Factor players can have up to 2 superstar abilities, while X-Factor players have a minimum of 2 along with their zone ability. In the new face of the franchise mode, you can have up to 7 superstar abilities on your player. Bullet 3 says that in comp game modes, it may be harder to achieve the in the zone status with your X-Factor players. Bullet 4 explains X-Factor abilities in MUT, as it appears you will need training to unlock these abilities. Bullet 5 briefly discusses the exclusiveness of certain abilities, pretty much saying that certain players will have certain abilities while others do not. Bullet 6 talks about the exclusive animations regarding the X-Factor players, which is just a big yikes. And Bullet 7 talks about how these superstar players are distinguishable on the field on both sides of the ball. So if over these past few years, so many Madden players have expressed their feelings towards abilities in a negative way, especially in Madden 19, why does EA want to bring these abilities back into Madden 20? There's only one honest answer, and it's because of the money that they can make. EA used the new currency training this year in Madden 19 as a way you can purchase ability chems for your players. The article briefly brought up training, so it appears it is making its return in Madden 20. Training can only be obtained through playing solo challenges and by quick selling players you get out of packs you either earn or buy with your coins/money. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click that like button and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this subject, and let me know if you want to see some more videos about Madden 20 leading up to it coming out this August. As always guys, I hope you have a great night.